High School Musical is a 2006 American teen children's romantic comedy musical television film and the first installment in the High School Musical trilogy. Upon its release on January 20, 2006, it became the most successful film that Disney Channel original movie ever produced, with a television sequel High School Musical 2 released in 2007 and the feature film High School Musical 3, Senior Year released to theaters in October 2008. It is the first Disney Channel original movie to have a theatrical sequel. The film's soundtrack was the best-selling album in the United States for 2006. High School Musical was Disney Channel's most-watched film that year with 7.7 million viewers in its premiere broadcast in the U.S., until August's premiere of the Cheetah Girls 2, which achieved 8.1 million viewers. In the UK, it received 789,000 viewers for its premiere, making it the second most-watched program for the Disney Channel of 2006. On December 29, 2006, it became the first DCOM to be broadcast on the BBC. Globally, High School Musical has been seen by over 225 million viewers. With a plot described by the author and numerous critics as a modern adaptation of Romeo and Juliet, High School Musical is a story about two high school juniors from rival cliques Troy Bolton, captain of the basketball team, and Gabria Montes, a beautiful and shy transfer student who excels in math and science. Together, they try out for the lead parts in their High School Musical, and as a result, divide the school. Despite other students' attempts to thwart their dreams, Troy and Gabria resist peer pressure and rivalry, inspiring others along the way not to stick to the status quo. High school diva Sharpay Evans will do anything to sabotage the friendship between Troy and Gabria and also get a lead in the school musical, assisted by her brother Ryan. High School Musical was filmed at East High School located in Salt Lake City, Utah, the auditorium of Murray High School, and downtown Salt Lake City. Murray High School was also the set of several other Disney productions, Take Down, Read It and Weep, Minutemen and High School Musical, Get in the Picture. Plot: on New Year's Eve, juniors Troy Bolton and Gabria Montes meet at a party while both teens are at a ski lodge during winter break. At the party, the two are called upon to sing karaoke together. They seem to be attracted to each other, and exchange numbers before going their separate ways. After Christmas break, Troy sees Gabria in his homeroom, and she explains that she just moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico and transferred to East High School over break. Troy shows Gabria around the school, and they pause in front of the sign-up sheet for the winter musical auditions. Drama Club president Sharpay Evans arrives, assuming that Gabria is interested in auditioning. Wanting to eliminate competition, Sharpay investigates the new girl and as the Scholastic Decathlon captain, Taylor McKessie, find out about Gabria's past academic achievements, resulting with Taylor and Gabria becoming great friends. During basketball practice, Troy has trouble focusing because his thoughts are on Gabria and the idea that he might enjoy singing more. Gabria and Troy both go to the musical auditions where Sharpay and her twin brother Ryan perform but both are too shy to audition. When Gabria finally gains the confidence to step forward, Troy offers to sing with her, but Ms. Darbus tells them that they are too late. After Ms. Darbus attempts to leave, Kelsey Nielsen, the musical's composer, trips and drops her things. Troy and Gabria rush to help her, and they sing together as Kelsey plays piano. Ms. Darbus overhears them and gives them a callback audition. When the callback list is posted, Sharpay discovers that she is competition for the lead in the musical, and the rest of the Wildcats are shocked that Troy and Gabria have auditioned for a musical. Other students confess their own secret passions and talents, alarming both Taylor and Troy's best friend Chad Danforth. Since Gabria has agreed to join the Scholastic Decathlon team, both Taylor and Chad want their teammates to focus on their upcoming competitions rather than the musical. Troy is tricked into saying that Gabria is not important while she watches through a Wi-Fi link that the Scholastic Decathlon team has set up. Gabria goes into depression and decides not to audition for the musical. Troy is left confused as to why Gabria did not want to audition anymore. Realizing their mistake, Chad and the basketball team tell Troy what happened and offer to support him in callbacks. Troy goes to Gabria's house and they reconcile. After overhearing Gabria and Troy practicing, Sharpay has Ms. Darbus changed the callback time to coincide with both the basketball championship and the scholastic decathlon to interfere with Gabria and Troy's participation. Kelsey overhears the conversation and the basketball team and the decathlon team work together to come up with a plan. On the day of the competitions, Taylor and Gabria use the school's computers to delay the championship and the decathlon. Troy and Gabria rush to the auditorium, and Sharpay and Ryan finish performing their song, confident that their plan worked. After Gabria and Troy audition, Ms. Darbus gives the two the lead roles, making Sharpay and Ryan understudies. Troy and Gabria both win their respective competitions, and the entire school gathers in the gym to celebrate. Chad asks Taylor out, and Sharpay makes peace with Gabria. In a post-credits scene, Zek paces alone in the gym as Sharpay runs in declaring the cookies she rejected from him earlier genius. She then hugs him and he says he will make her a Krami Bra-La copyrightee. Cast: Zac Efron as Troy Bolton, the most popular male student at East High School, and the captain of the varsity basketball team. On New Year's Eve, after singing with Gabria, he finds himself having a crush on her. Vanessa Ann Hudgens is Gabria Montes, a new student and one of the brainiacs on the scholastic decathlon team. She develops a love for Troy. Ashley Tisdale is Sharpay Evans, an energetic student with a love of theater. Enjoys being the center of attention, particularly Troy's. Lucas Grabeel is Ryan Evans, Sharpay's twin brother. He is very easily pushed around by his sister, but isn't as mean as her, despite going along with her plans to sabotage Troy and Gabria. He is also shown to not be particularly smart, such as not knowing how to spell drama. Corbin Bleu is Chad Danforth, Troy's best friend, and is very good friends with Jason and Zek. He dislikes the Brainiacs, but later ends up asking Taylor out. Monique Coleman as Taylor McKessie, Gabria's best friend. She is captain of the school's scholastic decathlon team, and despises the basketball players and cheerleaders, believing them to be airheads, although she later ends up going out with Chad. Bart Johnson is Jack Bolton, Troy's father and the coach of the basketball team. He dislikes Ms. Darbus, thinks that theater is worthless, and also believes that Gabria is a distraction to Troy's basketball career. However, he eventually comes around. Alison Reed is Ms. Darbus, the stern drama teacher at East High. She despises sports and cell phones but takes her job very seriously. Aaliyah Rulin is Kelsey Nielsen, a student at East High. She is a pianist and composer. She is very shy and is constantly bossed around by Sharpay. Chris Vaughan Jr. as Zach Baylor, a friend of Troy and Chad, and plays for the basketball team. He also enjoys baking and is an admirer of Sharpay. Ryan Sanborn as Jason Cross, a friend of Troy and Chad, and plays for the basketball team. He also tends to ask mundane questions in class. Casey Stroh as Martha Cox, a peppy brainiac who enjoys hip-hop. She is good friends with Gabria, Taylor, and Kelsey. Musical numbers. The soundtrack was released on January 10, 2006 and debuted at number 133 on the Billboard 200, selling 7,469 copies in its first week. In the album's third week, for the chart dated February 11, 2006, it climbed to number 10, and has since risen to number 1 on the Billboard 200 twice and had shipped 3.8 million copies on December 5, 2006. Out of those copies, more than 3 million copies have been sold by August 2006. It was certified quadruple platinum by the RIAA. Reception. On its premiere, the film was a success with 7.7 million viewers. However, the reviews were mixed. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating of 56%, while Common Sense Media rated it at 4/5 stars. Critical response. Kevin Carr gave the film a score of 3/5 saying, "The filmmakers were just trying to tell a story. Sex, drugs and violence just didn't factor into that equation." On the other hand, David Nasseb gave the film a negative review with a score of 1.5/4 saying, it's difficult to imagine even the most die-hard fan of musicals finding anything here worth embracing. Scott Weinberg also gave the film a negative review saying, "A schmaltzy little piece of obvious fluff that's directed in truly horrendous fashion and populated by cardboard characters who spit out simplistic platitudes and breathy pop tunes." Home media. The DVD was released on May 23, 2006 under the title, High School Musical, Encore Edition. It created a sales record when 1.2 million copies were sold in its first 6 days, making it the fastest-selling television film of all time. It is, however, the second DCOM on DVD to be certified platinum in DVD sales, the first being the Cheetah Girls. The High School Musical DVD was also released in Australia on July 12, 2006 through Walt Disney and was released on European Region 2 on December 4, 2006 where it went on to reach number 1 in the UK DVD charts. It was also shown on Disney Channel South Africa, the latest Disney Channel at the time in the Southern Hemisphere. It was the top-selling DVD in Australia in August 2006. In addition, the Region 3 DVD was released on October 10 in Hong Kong. It also released in Taiwan on December 15, 2006. This is the first Region 3 DCOM DVD ever released. It was released in Mexico on November 10 and in Brazil on December 6 to coincide with Christmas and the Rede Globo broadcast of the film. It was released in New Zealand on July 12, 2006 and was awarded Most Popular Pre-Teen Movie in New Zealand for 2006. The Remix Edition, a 2-disc special edition, was released on December 5, 2006. The Remix DVD was released in France on June 20, 2007 and in Germany on September 13, 2007. The Remix DVD was released in the UK on September 10, 2007. Despite being filmed in the 1.85:1 aspect ratio, both the original and Remix Edition DVD releases featured a 1.331 full-screen version, the format of the film as shown on the Disney Channel. The widescreen, high-definition version is available exclusively on Disney Blu-ray in North America and has subsequently been showing in the UK and Ireland on BBC One, and BBC HD and RTE1. The HD version is also available on PlayStation Store Video Section and Sony Entertainment Online for the US market. Other media, sequels, High School Musical 2. High School Musical 2 is the first sequel. It debuted on August 17, 2007 on Disney Channel in the US, and on Family in Canada. The premiere brought in a total of 17.3 million viewers in the United States, almost 10 million more than its predecessor, making it the highest-rated Disney Channel movie to date and the most viewed television film to date. High School Musical 3, Senior Year. High School Musical 3, Senior Year is the third installment in Disney's High School Musical franchise. It was released to theaters across the United States on October 24, 2008. Kenny Ortega returned as director and choreographer, as did all 6 primary actors. Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure is a spin-off and direct-to-DVD film starring Ashley Tisdale. The film features Sharpay Evans trying to get a role in a Broadway show following graduation. The film was released as a Blu-ray and DVD combination pack on April 19, 2011. Foreign adaptations, Argentina. High School Musical, El Desafío is a spin-off for the Argentine market, based on the book Battle of the Bands. The film arrived in Argentine theaters on July 17, 2008. Brazil. High School Musical, O Desafío is a spin-off of the American film High School Musical. The Brazilian spin-off is based on the book Battle of the Bands. The film was released in Brazilian theaters on February 5, 2010. China, High School Musical China, College Dreams is a Chinese version of the American series, released in North America on DVD under the Disney World Cinema brand. On-stage performances, concert tour. The High School Musical, the concert tour started on November 29, 2006 kicking off in San Diego, California. The tour continued until January 28, 2007 performing in major cities around the United States, Canada and Latin America. The concert featured all of the original cast members except for Zac Efron, who was shooting Hairspray. Efron was replaced by Drew Seeley. The concert featured the original songs from the film, as well as songs from Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Tisdale, and Corbin Bleu. Stage musical. On August 1, 2006, Playbill announced that the Stage Du Manor Summer Theatre Camp, featured in the film Camp, would be the first venue to produce High School Musical on stage. North Shore Music Theatre in Beverly, Massachusetts had a stage production of High School Musical running until the end of July 2007, featuring Broadway actor Andrew Keenan Bolger and Kate Rockwell, a semi-finalist on Grease, You're the One That I Want. As Sharpay. Pacific Repertory Theater's School of Dramatic Art staged the California premiere in 2007, and presented the West Coast premiere of High School Musical 2 in January 2009. Theater of the Stars in Atlanta, Georgia was the first professional company to put on High School Musical. A parody, Scary Musical, has been created in Northern Ireland. Ice Tour, Feld Entertainment produced global tour titled, High School Musical, The Ice Tour, which had its world premiere in New York City on September 29, 2007. The cast included 2004 World Junior bronze medalist Jordan Browninger and 2004 Euro 2005 Australian national champion Bradley Santa. The show contained elements and songs from both the original film and its sequel, High School Musical 2, and featured a special preview of High School Musical 3, senior year, when the movie of the same name premiered in theaters. Book series. In June 2006, Disney Press published High School Musical, the junior novel, the novelization of the successful film. This novel hit #1 on the New York Times best-selling list and remained on the list for 16 weeks. As of August 2007, the novel has sold more than 4.5 million copies, with 1 million copies of the novel's follow-up, High School Musical 2, the junior novel, being shipped to American retailers. High School Musical 3, senior year, the junior novel came out on September 23, 2008. Shortly after the success of the original novel, Disney announced that a book series, entitled Stories from East High, would be published in February 2007, with a new book being published every 60 days until July 2008. It also came to England, at the O2. Video games. Disney Interactive Studios has produced 6 video games based on the High School Musical series, all taking the guise of music video games incorporating songs and plots from the films. Reality series. During July and August 2008, ABC broadcast a reality competition based on the series, High School Musical, Get in the Picture, hosted by Nick Lachey. The winner of the show appeared in a music video during the credits of High School Musical 3. The series premiered to poor ratings, with the show coming in 4th place in its time slot. In the UK, a reality show titled Hairspray, the school musical, premiered in 2008 on Sky One. It saw a team of vocal coaches, acting coaches and choreographers hold auditions at a regular comprehensive school where a mix of students could audition for a West End production of the hit Broadway musical, Hairspray. Although the musical being performed was not High School Musical, a film was the inspiration behind the show. The show was presented by Denise Van Outen and was credited, along with High School Musical, for inspiring a generation of children in the United Kingdom to get into theatrical work. Awards, references. External links. Official website, High School Musical DVDs. Disney's official High School Musical DVD site, High School Musical at the Internet Movie Database, High School Musical at Rotten Tomatoes.